Kim K crying in bitterness after Lewis Hamilton's confession. The room was quiet. Almost unnaturally quiet. For someone who had spent years living under the brightest cameras in the world, Kim Kardashian was accustomed to noise. She knew what it felt like to walk into a room and instantly become the center of attention. She knew what it meant for millions of people to analyze her clothes, her relationships, her facial expressions, and even the smallest things she said. But on this particular night, none of that seemed to matter. Kim sat alone, staring at her phone. Her eyes were already swollen. A tear slowly rolled down her cheek before she quickly wiped it away. She looked at the screen again. There it was. Lewis Hamilton's confession. And according to the stories spreading across social media, the words had completely changed the atmosphere surrounding their relationship. But there was one enormous problem. The viral story claiming that Lewis had publicly accused Kim of betrayal was not true. A report published on August 23, 2026, specifically debunked the viral claim and noted that Hamilton had not made such an accusation. So why was everyone talking about it? Because sometimes, in Hollywood, a rumor can travel faster than the truth. And that is where our story begins. The confession that stopped the internet. For months, Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton had become one of the most talked about celebrity couples on the planet. Their relationship had gone from whispers to public appearances, then to something much more obvious. By June 2026, Kim had effectively made the relationship public through an Instagram post featuring the pair together. Their romance had also included appearances in Monaco, Japan, Coachella, and family trips. Then came the moments that made fans believe this was no ordinary Hollywood fling. Lewis was seen spending time around Kim's children. Kim supported him at Formula One events. And in August, the couple shared affectionate moments from a family vacation in Hawaii, making their relationship even more public. Everything appeared perfect. Until the internet exploded. A viral post began circulating claiming Lewis had exposed a devastating betrayal. The post allegedly presented an emotional statement from Hamilton, claiming he had discovered something terrible about Kim. Thousands of people believed it. Millions more shared it. And suddenly, social media was filled with headlines about Kim supposedly being devastated. But the story was fabricated. Lewis had not made the confession attributed to him. And there was no credible evidence that Kim had been caught cheating. Still, the fictional scenario became so believable to some people that it inspired an entirely different conversation. What if the perfect relationship suddenly wasn't perfect? Kim's worst fear. Imagine Kim sitting in her room late at night. No cameras. No assistants. No glamorous event. No makeup team. Just silence. She looks at the pictures of herself and Lewis. The smiles. The vacations. The moments with the children. The laughter. And then she wonders. Could all of this disappear? That question would hurt more than any rumor. Because Kim wasn't simply dating another celebrity. She had reportedly begun seeing Lewis as someone different from the relationships she had experienced before. One July report said sources described Hamilton as serious about Kim and said he absolutely sees a future with her, while Kim reportedly felt she had finally met someone she considered her equal. Another August report described the relationship as serious and committed despite their demanding schedules and long-distance challenges. That is why the fake confession was so powerful. It attacked the very thing fans believed Kim had finally found. Security. I thought this was different. In our fictional story, Kim finally breaks down. She looks at a photograph of Lewis and whispers. I thought this was different. Her voice cracks. I thought we were different. She begins crying harder. Not because of what Lewis actually said. But because of what the rumor represented. The possibility of losing something she had grown emotionally attached to. For years, Kim had been one of the most recognizable women in the world. But fame does not eliminate vulnerability. Sometimes it magnifies it. Every relationship becomes public. Every disagreement becomes a headline. Every silence becomes a theory. And every photograph becomes evidence in a trial that nobody asked for. Lewis finally speaks. Then, in our fictional version of events, Lewis walks into the room. Kim doesn't immediately look at him. She wipes her eyes. "Is it true?" she asks. Lewis stops. "What?" "Everything they're saying." He immediately realizes what she means. He walks toward her. "Kim, look at me." She doesn't. "Please." Eventually, she raises her eyes. Lewis sits beside her. And instead of becoming angry, he speaks calmly. "There's something you need to understand." Kim waits. "I didn't say those things." Silence. "I never accused you of that." Kim's expression changes. For a moment, she doesn't know whether to believe him. Then Lewis reaches for his phone and shows her the original source. The viral post. The fabricated quote. The manipulated screenshot. The entire thing. Kim stares at the screen. And suddenly, the tears aren't tears of betrayal. They're tears of relief. The moment everything changed. Kim takes a deep breath. "So you never said it?" "No." "You never said I betrayed you?" "No." "You never said you didn't trust me?" Lewis shakes his head. "Never." Kim closes her eyes. And for several seconds, she says nothing. Then she begins crying again. But this time, Lewis pulls her closer. She rests her head against his shoulder. "I was scared," she whispers. "I know. I really thought I lost you." "You didn't." And those 3 words are enough. Why the rumor hit so hard? The strange thing about celebrity rumors is that they don't need to be true to cause damage. They only need to be believable enough to make people question what they already believe. Kim and Lewis had spent months becoming one of the most fascinating celebrity couples in the world. They had gone from longtime friends to rumored romantic partners and eventually to a public relationship. So when a dramatic story appeared claiming everything had collapsed, people immediately wanted to believe it. That's the power of celebrity storytelling. The public doesn't just watch relationships. They emotionally invest in them. Some fans wanted Kim and Lewis to get married. Others believed the relationship would eventually end. Some thought Kim had finally found her perfect match. Others remained skeptical. But one thing was undeniable. People were watching.